everybody. I'm so happy to be here today in the sunshine. Even though it's still really cold out, it's officially spring. And so I'm here to bring back a very delicious recipe that is just perfect for this time of year. Coconut almond macaroons, which are so delicious. People go crazy for them. And with the couple of spring holidays coming up, this happens to be the perfect treat for both of them. So let's get started right away. I'm going to let you know what we will need. I'm using 1.5 cups of finely shredded, unsweetened dried coconut flakes. And then I have 3/4 cup of almond meal that I made. I took raw almonds and I put them in the Vitamix. I happen to have the dry grind container. It's over here drying right now. So it's a short, squattier one. I think I used to do it in the food processor and I found that it was too mealy and it wasn't floury enough. Now you can get as crazy as you want, or you could even buy almond flour at a health food store, I'm sure. But so I ground up my own. I have 3/4 cup, and if you are doing your own, you can know that the ratio, it's about the same. So about 3/4 cup of almond actually blends down into about 3/4 cup of almond flour or meal. This consistency is right in between a flour and a meal. Okay, if you do buy the flour, you're going to find that it's a little whiter. You might not be able to get raw almond flour. Online, I'm sure you can. Anyways, I'm going to stir with a fork the coconut and the almond meal together. I'm so excited. I'm surprising my family with these. They love them. But they'll know. They're going to smell it because it takes a while to dehydrate. I do these in the dehydrator. You could probably put these in your oven on a really low heat, but I can't tell you about that because I've always used a dehydrator for them. Or you could just eat the batter raw because frankly that's really good. Okay, once I've got my coconut shreds and my almond flour combined, I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon. You can use sea salt, you can use Himalayan crystal salt, which is what I happen to be using this time around. Each time I add an ingredient, I just kind of stir it. There's not a lot of ingredients in here though. Okay, next, I'm going to add vanilla. Now, you could scrape a bean. I would say scrape a whole bean because you want that really strong flavor. Or you can use, I have raw organic vanilla powder, which is beautiful, but I have always used vanilla extract liquid, pure. So I'm just going to stick with what I know, but you can use any of those things. Okay. That was 1/2 tablespoon of the vanilla extract. I think if I were to use the powder, I probably would do a little less. I find that the powder is a little more intense. Okay, so I'm going to stir that around really good. You really want to kind of let that vanilla sort of perfume the whole shebang in the bowl here. There's just 2 more ingredients. It's such a beautiful dessert because it doesn't have that many ingredients. I'm going to put these 2 in and then stir together. I'm using 3 tablespoons of coconut butter, not coconut oil. There's a difference in how they set up. So this is the one ingredient in this recipe that makes them a little bit expensive, but again, I don't make these all the time, and I've got 2 holidays coming up that these are going to be the dessert for, so it's worth it. Okay, what I did was I just took hot water and sat my jar in. The reason I did that is because it's almost empty anyway. Otherwise, I might have measured it out and then double bowled it to just soften it a little bit. It just makes the mixing it easier. So I'm going with 3 tablespoons. I love the smell of this stuff. Oh my, I love it. Wow, I had exactly 3 tablespoons left in here. It is a spring miracle. Okay, oops, and now my counter has some too. Last ingredient. Now this is what makes this not quite a raw dessert. I'm using 1/2 cup of organic pure maple syrup. If you don't want to use maple syrup, I am sure that you could substitute if you use agave or coconut nectar. I was not willing to try that on this batch because I was kind of low on some of my ingredients, as you can see, and I didn't want to take a chance. And also, the maple happens to be the best flavor with the almonds and the coconut. Okay, so I'm going to incorporate the maple syrup and the coconut butter. And this is how your batter is starting to form. Okay, so now this is it. You just want to stir it for a while and incorporate it, and then you're going to form your macaroons. So when I first made these macaroons, I did a video 3 years ago, and I went to look at it the other day, which I don't normally do. I don't go back unless I can't remember a recipe, then I'll go back and write it down. Oh my gosh, my youngest was with me in that video because she used to be home all the time. She was so cute. Oh, she looks so mature now. Anyways, totally off topic there. I've used this. You can get one of these cookie scoops at houseware stores, but this made it too big. And I like to have more than one usually. You know, you want to have two with a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. So I don't want to make them so big. Plus, the drying time was a little bit too long and whatnot. Okay, so then I got this scoop, which is about the same size, and it was not easier to push out, but, you know, up to you. So today, I'm just using a regular tablespoon, measuring spoon, and I'm just going to use my hands to form it if it doesn't fall out. But it did, it fell out. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Check that out. That's like perfect macaroon shape right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all set, and then once they are, I'm going to put them in the dehydrator between 110 and 115, so kind of like 112. My dehydrator has a dial, so you know, it's not super perfect. If you have a digital, then you could just put in 112. That would be good, because that's what I tend to do, right in between 110 and 115. And then I will let these into the dehydrator. I will let them stay for about 12 to 18 hours. These do take a while. Okay, so using the tablespoon as my scoop worked perfectly. I had to wipe it out every now and then with my finger, but that was fine. And I made 26 macaroons, really 27. I don't know what happened to that 27th one, but they're really good, even not dehydrated. I'm going to get these in the dehydrator, and then I'm going to take them out and I will show you the finished product. Now, so here we are, 18 hours later, and it's not so sunny in the kitchen now because it is really early in the morning. See, think about your timing. You want these in the dehydrator for 18 hours, which really, it worked out perfectly because when I got up at 5:30 in the morning, I was able to just pull them right out, which was good. But the lighting's not good. But I didn't want to wait because I have to go to work soon. So, check them out. How gorgeous. Now, there's one less, I have to say, because I tried it. I can't not try it. But I already tried it. I couldn't wait. And I don't want to have another one right now. But they are perfect. The 18 hours for the 1 tablespoon scoop at 112 degrees in the dehydrator was spot on. It is just, has a bite to the outside, a little bit of, you know, not crunch really, but just, you know, you have to bite into it. It's so satisfying. And the center is just moist. It's perfect. Delicious. The smell's fantastic. The taste is fantastic. There's one problem. You may need to double the batch. Keep in mind, if you want to make a double batch, put it in 2 separate containers. Keep one in the back of the fridge until you need it, because I would say these would be good for a week or 2 in the fridge. Chances of them lasting are very slim once you try one, but then you can just take them out and pop them back into the dehydrator for a little bit just to kind of get things going. So what I did do is midway through, about like after 10 hours, I flipped them over so that the bottoms, which are really flat from sitting on the Teflon sheet, would get dried. So the whole outside has that nice chewy bite to it. So that is the macaroon recipe that I love. For those of you that were in February's Raw Food Rehab 28-day total reset in February with me, how fun was that? It was awesome. I'm actually still popping in there almost every day. A lot of people are staying connected, which is great. And I'm really, really looking forward to, and I hope you guys are going to be there at Penny Shelton's with Raw Food Rehab. She's doing a health and wellness initiative in April. Go right on over to her website, rawfoodrehab.com. Check it out. Sign up. It's going to be awesome. I love this. I love the increments of the 1 month at a time. It's been life-changing in a lot of ways, you know. You take in information. Maybe you don't use it right away, but you store it, and then it comes to you just when you need it. Or you remember that it's there. Happy spring, everybody. I'll see you around.